Thank you for joining me on Tete a Tete with your online provost from the DBC BZB Media Academy. This is the 5th video in the series of career guidance to equip young people, the youth, undergraduates, graduates, youth corps members, and anyone seeking employment for the 21st century techie and digital job market space. Now, in this video, we will be talking about things you need to know in order to pack a winning CV, curriculum vitae, or resume. Things you need to know before you put together your resume and that winning curriculum vitae. Now, what is a curriculum vitae? What's a resume? What should be in it? It's basically a document explaining to your would-be employer, giving details of your qualification, who you are, your set skills, your volunteering experience, what you can basically do that makes you qualified for that job that you are seeking. When should you put together a resume or CV? You find many young people that I've met, they want to graduate before they start putting together a CV. They want it to be all about when they are ready to get an employment or to get a job. No, now is the time to prepare a CV or resume for yourself. Now, you need to have a prototype of your CV, putting together your qualification, your job experience, your work experience, putting together your volunteering experience before that opportunity comes. Assuming a friend calls you and says, hey Jide or Bose or Esther, where are you? It is a job opportunity, just forward your CV to me. And you're like, I don't have a CV yet. What does it even look like? Okay. Then you just rush and put together something that will make the would-be employer just throw your CV aside. Or you're not even ready, you will not be ready within the short time that you expected to get that CV. So now is the time to put together a resume or CV for yourself. There are lots of templates online that you can Google. There are different resumes or curriculum vitae that goes with different job positions. There are CVs and resumes for a marketing manager, CVs and resumes for a finance person, an accountant, a social media manager. All of these are there. Make use of these tools. Now, what is that don't about submitting your CV? The don'ts. The don't is that you do not, after you have put together your CV, submit the same resume or CV for every job position. Just because you are looking for a job, you just forward the same CV to every job position. No. Because with each job position comes specification, comes job descriptions, comes details of what that company, organization, or employer wants you to do in that role they have advertised. And so all you need to do, having prepared your prototype CV, is to tweak it, make it suitable for that position that you are looking for, that position that you are applying for. Now, what should be contained in your CV? Like I said, just Google online and you have a prototype. But let me just quickly give you a rundown of a list. First of all, your name should be at the top, in capital, in bold. Your first name and your second name. That is the acceptable world standard. Your first name and your surname, so that no one confuses your surname with your first name. And then the next thing you do is give us details of your contact, your email, phone number, your address, your social media handles, your social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media account that you have. Give us those details. And then you can decide to tell us whether you are married or single, or your age. Now, those are not necessarily something you need to put there, but sometimes, at least in your prototype, you need to put some of these details which you can tweak to be suitable for that job position you'll be looking for later on. And then the next thing to put on your CV is your qualification, starting with the most recent. You have a master's, you have a degree, you have a certificate. Put that in the next section. The next section, or the next thing on your curriculum vitae or resume should be your work experience. You have worked with XYZ company as a marketing manager. Give us that role, the role and position you were handling in that company or organization, and then give us a list of some of the things that you did, your duties and tasks. What are the things that you accomplished? Don't just say I was manager, marketing manager for XYZ company, and then the next thing you move, I was computer scientist for BCD company, and that's just about it. The would-be employee will want to know what you did in those roles. And the next thing you can put on your CV can be your volunteering experience, your reference, and then maybe if you have any awards or things that are of importance to that would-be employer. Five important things to note before you submit a CV. Determine what you really want. What kind of job would you like to do? What are your set skills? Identify these. Don't just apply for any and every job. That is why you have been turned down many times. That is why you probably never got an invitation for an interview. Now, read the job description. Don't just say, hey, this is opportunity, this is job opportunity. And then, sometimes people just go and look at the remuneration. They are going to be paying 500,000 naira. This is a big job. And then you just quickly apply without reading the job description, because you need to identify the keywords that employer is looking for. They can be looking for managerial skills, they can be looking for organizational skills, they can be looking for computer skills. You need to infuse all of this in your resume and your CV. So read the job description properly and ensure that it fits into your abilities and what you can bring to the table. Now package your CV, emphasizing the keywords that I've said. Make it, we're not saying you should put all sorts of colors on your CV or resume, but arrange it in such a way that it is catchy. It does not look so scattered or too compressed, too jam-packed. How you arrange your CV or resume, how it looks is also might also determine whether the HR manager or whoever is recruiting will go on to read your CV. And then finally, mind your grammar. Yeah, there are lots of apps helping to check your grammar. There is the Grammarly, there are other apps. Make use of them and check your grammar. Don't just submit a CV that has a lot of wrongly arranged sentences, and like we say in school, you say bullets. Now that is a turn off to your would-be employer. If you say you are a good communicator and your CV or resume is giving us bad grammar, then you are not going to do justice to that job position or role. So take note of these few things that I've been able to share with you, and then you have a winning CV. I'll catch you next time on the last video from Tete-a-Tete with your online provost on this career guidance series for the 21st century techie job market. I wish you the best as you work on creating and putting together a winning CV for yourself.